Hi, it is iYikKam time again. Today is a special day, November 2nd. Okay, so of course today is November 2nd, 2015. This is a special day because let me show you with our iPhone. Okay, what is that date about? You see that November 2nd, 1899. That is the beginning of the Qing Dynasty Boxer Rebellion uprising. So the Qing Dynasty government believed in human body can against anti-bullets. So they make war with the Western airlines. Okay, all of them together. Well, the outcome is a disaster. 150,000 lives of the Qing citizens destroyed because of that. Tens of thousands of Western priests, innocent people, destroyed about that. We today is in a very highly educated society. We don't need to go through that. Thus, when we discuss force flow and body type, so forth, or force flow type of body type of power handling, there's no need to go into the boxer labyrinth type of discussion like I'm more mightier than you because I can beat you. Or how can you say this? You can screen this thing that it is or it is not. Or then we use whole bunch of Chinese term where actually nobody know what it is, because such as oh, this is 内家, this is internal art. Everybody have it, internal art. So what it is? Okay. So we want to put aside all this. Use plain physics. We are educated, we are civilized today. This is 100 years later. We all go to school. We all have educations. We can objectively see what it is, okay, without getting into disaster like the Boxer labyrinth. So there is this body type of power handling. There is this force flow type of power handling. Is that so difficult to understand? What are they? No, absolutely no. Because if you want to develop them, you need to know exactly what they are. Otherwise, we just simply cannot develop them. The whole world is a causal system. This physical world is a causal system. There's a cause and effect. Okay, as the Buddha said, if you cook sand, there's no way you can make rice or turn into rice. Cooking sand will never turn into rice. Okay. So we need to be in rational thinking and in a very objective way. Okay. So, what is a body type? Body type is like this, hammer. We all in Wing Chun heard about the hammer and nail, using the body as a hammer and the fist as the nail. That is the body type. That's simple, right? Using the hammer or the body as a hammer and your nail. So when you do your chain punch, that's what it is. Okay? So what is force flow? Force flow type? Simple. This is the force flow type. So when you put down your palm without moving anything, you apply or play with the action and reaction force. That's what it is. Okay? The spring, I put the coil spring there and I apply force. That's what it is. And I have to deal with action reaction force. Now, they are developed in a different way. This guy, you just push your body and you hammer. That's all. Okay? This guy, I need to use my palm, my hand to handle properly. And I have to deal with the action and reaction force in the same time. Okay? It is absolutely not loading, unload, loading, unload. This is at the same time without moving a lot. Okay? This I have to accelerate. I have to pick up the momentum by moving. So when the Chinese talk about leg, ta, or hit or strike, it is this thing they are talking about. When they talk about keng or jing or forceful, it is this type where you don't move much here. You don't move much here. You play with the force, the pressure. So that's what it is. Now, this type of training, you train your body, you train your muscle, and you train whole bunch of stuff like your horse and everything to push your body to hammer. Okay. This type of stuff, you have to train your grip here to handle the action reaction force, to apply force and so forth. So this hand, palm, finger is no different than your feet ball. This stuff, how it transfer force is no different than your lower four balls. So if you look at that in this dummy, for the hammer type, you do not care much about this thing. Use your body, you hammer. Okay, use your body, you hammer. This can be stationary. Use your muscle and so forth, which is everybody do, or you can push on your hip. With the forceful type, you need to handle the feet ball, like your grip there. You need to handle the lower four balls, like all this mechanics here. And this one, you always need that space for action to pick up your momentum to do the strike. This type, it is play in here. All the lower four balls, they are different. Now you know that. Can you screen that? Sure. You look at that, you can identify it. That's where the 613.3 come in. Every element, one be able to check it and identify what it is. The guy who trained with this and the guy who trained just with this are different story. So we do not need to prove it with who is more mightier, who is a better fighter. I have it too, because this is just internal art where nobody knows what the heck is internal mean. It is just like that. How difficult is that? And if you talk about mind power, well, tell me, if I don't have the arm to hold this, the body to hammer this, the load and unload. If I don't have the handling of lower four balls and the palm or my feet ball to handle it, I use my mind, what is it going to result? If the body is not, it is not trained this way, developed that way, be able to handle this plier. The body cannot grip it and do this. What is the mind for? What can the mind do? It's as simple as that. So there's 6 core elements you need to know. The physical element, as we talk about the open up all joints. If you want to handle this, grip, handle the action reaction force, one need to know all these things. One need to develop it. Otherwise, there's no way you can do it. And this is more refined handling of the body than this thing. Okay? That's how it is. So, the last thing I want to tell you too, in the ancient writing of the common denominator of many older lineage is a Kam Yong Lok King, clamping yang, sinking the force flow. That is clamping yang, sinking the force flow. Clamping yang, sinking the force flow. Clamping yang, sinking the force flow. It's clamping, right? It's different than this. It's different than this thing. So it says clamping yang, sinking the force flow, and the force raised from the ground. And you deal with the action reaction force in the same time, provided your center axis has to be balanced. That's what I say, right? 只5秒鐘，擒人落徑，力從地起。That's what it is. With this is your feet ball. It's not this. This one is a different issue, different story. So this is what I want to share with you today. Think about it. Okay? It got nothing to do with me or who is better fighter or the term, the secret term in Chinese or blah blah blah. It is simple mechanics, Newton's law stuff. We all educate. Today is 2015, no longer November 2nd, 1899. We can understand that because we already use iPhone today. No longer still using the pigeons to send the message. So this is for you today.